Back in November 22nd, 2025, I beat Acropolis.
Yes!
Now at this point, I have beaten 2 insane demon, and since Acropolis is my 19th demon completed, it is clear that for my 20th demon, it will be an extreme demon. And the choice is obvious, it's Cataclysm. Now I have gotten a few good runs on Cataclysm like 63 to 100, and since at that time my mind says that yeah, go for it. I mean, I also wanted to beat one extreme demon before 2026, so I decided to go for it with the mindset that 1 month and a week is enough to beat it. Little do I know, it will become one of my biggest and painful challenge I have ever experienced in gaming as a whole. I think everyone here already knew what Cataclysm is. A 1.9 extreme demon that was once the hardest level in Geometry Dash. Nowadays, it is considered as a beginner extreme demon. However, it is still an extreme demon. Now, before going on to my journey, let's talk about this level. The early cube is pretty straightforward. Not much struggling here. I did have a lot of debt because I'm trying to get swag route and I forgot a lot of them. So yeah. And then we come to the first wave. This wave is so frustrating. I died here a lot. Not only that, but the mini wave section, it really, you need to have a really good click pattern, or else you just gonna die a lot, especially at 11%. That's not even in the end. There's also a bit of RNG on the outer part that somehow can affect your transition to the ship. So yeah, that's also what make this part harder. Moving on to the ship. The ship is not too much of a problem, but you need to get used to it. The wave, however, is a bit frustrating. Even though I passed this wave very easily around 3 to 4 weeks into the journey, and then I somehow become less consistent on the 3 times speed boy, just matter of click pattern. Same goes for 0.5 speed, but just a bit tighter. The UFO part is also just click patterns, so I didn't encounter much problem here except for a few deaths, mainly because I kinda screwed up the click pattern. And then the 40 ship. This ship is super consistent. It's literally on par with the beginning wave. It's just super inconsistent. The next part is the cube part, which to be honest isn't that hard, but sometimes you can misclick it and then it just going to ruin your run. And then there's this boss section, which is not hard, and that is the problem, because if I die there, I'm mostly going to blame myself for dying there, because dying there is just so stupid. Yeah, most of the death there is just considered as stupid in my standard or thing. Anyways, moving on, we got a slow mirror portal ship. Now, even though I have less than 10 attempts past here, it's still quite a bit of nerve check. And then this is the part where you need to have a good ship control, especially dual ship and transition after the wall. And then we come to the final wave. Even though I have no death here, I need to tell you something. The amount of time I die here from start post is so much. It's just a lot of them. I'll die a lot in the final wave, simply because it's already a common occurrence to me that I am not wave carry. I always miss the gap in just few frames. So yeah, that is the final wave. And then the final part, the straight fly, is not much more than other than the nerf test. Alright, I think that's all for the Cataclysm. Now, let's talk about my journey. We're going to dissect this in weeks. Starting with the week 1, this is the first week, so I got 22 here, which is pretty good for the first week. And then moving on to the second and third week is the time where I cannot play much because of the final exam that I have to face, which quite sucks, but there is nothing I can do about it. the 4th and 5th week, which I got back home, so I have a lot of time to grind here. This is the part where I got Cataclysm in 2 runs, which is 56 and 43 to 100, I think. And then after 2 weeks of semester break, I went back to the college for the next semester, which is apparently the beginning of the 6th week. Now here is when I'm getting a bit frustrated, because remember what my goals are? Trying to beat Cataclysm before 2036. So I was like very stressed to actually trying to grind really hard, but in the end I only got to 71 on this week, which quite good, but not as good as what I wanted. And then, oh my god, the week 7. The week 7 of my Cataclysm journey is, I have to say, is the single most stressful week of 2026. Yeah, even the 2026 just arrived, but it's simply just I feel so stressful, bro. At this week, not only I have to do, not only the class just begun, and then there's a lot of homework. I also have to beat Cataclysm at the same time, and I was still demoralized that I have to accept the fact that I did not beat Cataclysm in 2025. So I was like, every single time I do a run here, I was like really do not want to play this level, and I feel like I'm spiraling down into the depth of madness or something. I don't know how to say about it. And yeah, for the rest of for this week, I was just does not feel like it. I even feel like actually dropping Cataclysm. Days until the light came out. Week 8. Week 8, aka the winning week, is where everything started to go right back on track. Get it? You get so, back on track. Anyways, what I'm saying here is that in this period of week 8 is where everything started to turn smoothly. My mood becoming more stable. I feel a lot more confident to play Cataclysm. I feel more comfortable to play Cataclysm right now at this time period. So I was prepared to actually try to beat this level. I was feeling more confident to record it on OBS instead of shadow play. But I was inconsistent there. That is until the Holy Grail comes in. Got your device right here. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the box. Got the item itself, so device, and also the manual. Man, this feels so light. The save device is, I have to say, super head. Not only that, but I'm getting more and more consistent on Cataclysm. And remember when I got my new base on 31st December of 2025? Yeah, the next best I ever got is on 15, like 1 hour before I beat it, which I got 76, I think. Fuck! But it was exhausting. 8 weeks of trying to beat Cataclysm. I have finally beat it.
No!
Come on, bro.
Yes! Yeah! Yes! Oh god. Finally, bro. God. I fucking made it. Yes. Oh my god. This is yes! Finally, bro. Finally. Oh my god. This is so satisfying, bro. Oh my god. 38 hours. Almost 27,000 attempts. Oh my. Let's go. Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna end it here. Honestly, the moral of the story here is to just never give up. I learned it in hard way that extremely one is in fact very hard, but that doesn't mean you should drop it. I gain a lot of support, not a lot, but I gain quite a few supports from my friend and from some internet user from Reddit telling me that instead of dropping Cataclysm, how about you just deal with it? It's just easier instead of trying to start over and then stress about it again. So thank you for watching this video, and also I have going to say thank you to my friend, some to the random internet user, and to everyone that still stay tuned. This video really take a bit of time to do, especially because I just doesn't feel like making this video, but I push myself to make this video.